This is Johnny Dosco. Stay tuned for another Score Sheet podcast. Holy Kadelka!
As we hit the halfway point in the NFL, here's your Week 8 preview of fantasy football. First, let's take a look at the teams with byes this week. And now let's take a look at some of the guys who might be worthy of a starting nod this week. I really liked what I saw from the Vikings' new starter at quarterback, rookie Christian Ponder, last week. Unlike McNabb, he is very adept at escaping the pass rush and performed well against the defending champs from Green Bay. He'll get a test in his first road game, but should be able to put up some respectable numbers at Carolina. I was forced into playing Matt Hasselbeck last week, and all I can say is ouch. But it was his first really awful performance of the season. Against a downtrodden Colts team, he should bounce back. It would help, of course, if the Titans can figure out a way to get running back Chris Johnson going. Wide receiver Brandon Lloyd led the league in receiving last year, but made it clear that he wasn't happy in Denver earlier this season. That resulted in a trade to St. Louis before last weekend's game. Now, he may not be happy to join a winless team, but he'll clearly be the number one option for quarterback Sam Bradford and the Rams. No doubt the ball will be in the air against the Saints this week. Running back Pierre Thomas should get the lion's share of carries this week, as rookie Mark Ingram is banged up with a sore heel. The Rams give up a ton of rushing yards, and New Orleans will likely be in control early and turn into the running game. Running back Ryan Terrain was expected to pick up the pace when Tim Hightower went down with an injury. So far, he hasn't. But with Hightower suffering a season-ending injury in Week 7, the Redskins should turn to Terrain for the bulk of their running attack. On to our list of guys you might want to avoid this week. Quarterback Kevin Kolb continues to produce little for all the money Arizona threw his way in the offseason. It shouldn't help that he'll be facing a Baltimore defense that will no doubt be fuming from Monday night's upset loss at Jacksonville. Quarterback Matthew Stafford hasn't looked right in the past few weeks, and news out of Detroit is that his ankle has limited practice time this week in preparation for Week 8. If he's your main guy at quarterback, you may not have much choice but to start him. But if you have another option, at least for this week, you might want to sit Stafford this time around. Tight end Mercedes Lewis has not looked like the same player this season. He has dropped numerous passes, including a touchdown last week, and he could be a guy who simply didn't work as hard as he should have during the NFL lockout, and it's proven costly. Probably worth putting on the bench. Wide receiver Dez Bryant has been a big play guy for the Cowboys, but this week's matchup against the Eagles will make it tough for him to be a big part of the offense. Look for Miles Austin and Jason Witten to get most of the action when Romo is throwing the ball. Wide receiver Hines Ward is banged up and is already the second receiver option for Ben Roethlisberger in Pittsburgh to the speedy Mike Wallace. While the game against the Patriots should be high scoring, Ward is an iffy call at least for this week. Check his status before committing to him in your starting lineup. And that'll do it for your Week 8 fantasy football preview. Good luck in your games.